Hey, what's up everybody? This is Shep with Beyond Boundaries, and today I've got my friend Alex McCrickard here with the Virginia Department for Game and Inland Fisheries to talk to us about the difference between smallmouth bass and largemouth bass. It's really cool because we catch a lot of these fish on our programs, and even though the largemouth bass can get considerably larger than the smallmouth bass, when they're a lot younger, it's kind of hard to tell them apart. So he's going to give you some things to take note of.
Hi Shep, thanks for the introduction. Both largemouth bass and smallmouth bass are two of the most popular freshwater game fish in the state of Virginia. These two closely related species are actually both members of the sunfish family Centrarchidae, and they're even members of the same genus Micropterus. However, you can easily tell the difference between these two black bass species if you know what physical features and characteristics to look for when you catch them. Keep in mind that the coloration on the individual fish may vary though depending on the body of water you catch it in, the habitat or structure that that individual fish is oriented with, as well as the diet of that fish. Largemouth bass are typically dark green to olive in color. Their darker back gives way to a lighter underside. Largemouth bass have a distinct black horizontal line that extends from their gill plate all the way back to their caudal fin or tail fin. Smallmouth bass are typically brown to bronze in color, although they can sometimes have an olive appearance. The color of these fish is also darker along their backs with a lighter underside. Smallmouth bass often have horizontal black stripes that extend along their gill plate behind their eye. Distinguishable dark black vertical lines usually extend down their sides, and these fish can even have mottled black spots along their backs. Largemouth bass also tend to have a bigger mouth than smallmouth bass. On a largemouth, the upper jaw extends beyond the eye, while a smallmouth bass has an upper jaw that extends to the eye or the middle of the eye. Both largemouth bass and smallmouth bass have a two-part dorsal fin where spines give way to soft rays. In general, we tend to find smallmouth bass in moving water and in colder water. They occupy rivers and streams in the Piedmont Physiographic Province above the fall line in Virginia. We can also find smallmouth on some of our larger impoundments as well, and we get overlap with largemouth bass there. Largemouth bass tend to prefer still water, so think about finding them in ponds, lakes, and reservoirs. However, you can find largemouth bass in flat, still water sections of our rivers and streams above the fall line, as well as our tidal sections of our rivers and streams. So you will get some overlap between these two species. Hopefully these tips can help you identify these species when you catch them.
Alex, thanks so much for all that awesome information. If you want to find out more about Virginia's wildlife resources, you can follow them on Instagram at Virginia Wildlife or on their website, dgif.virginia.gov. And to learn a little bit more about our organization, Beyond Boundaries RVA for Instagram and Facebook, and beyondboundariesrva.org for our website. Thanks for watching.